This video is no way intended to give professional or highly educational advice on parenting. We are just two parents with 9 kids between the both of us that have some relatable experiences to share and a lot to talk about. This video is intended for those parents who want to just sit down, listen to the banter, and love and laugh with us about anything and everything parental. It's definitely not for the faint of heart because, let's just admit it, Mike can be a real douche sometimes.
Guess who's back? This douchebag.
Yep.
Welcome back, everybody.
Just
It is your
kidding.
boy, Mike Ayers. And I'm here with Mom of 2020,
Oh, but not
Elise
21?
Sombrano. I don't think no
I
moms
got
want to
that.
be
I got that.
Mom of the Year for 2020. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't. And everybody that knows me knows I'm not the mom of the year, but I love the title, so I'll go with it.
New year.
New year, new me.
But unfortunately, there's a bunch of stupid stuff already happening this year.
I know.
Like, it is
And
the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life.
It really is. I mean, and really you can't top much going into 2021 because there's a lot of dumb things that have happened since the beginning of 2020.
Yeah. But then, everybody's on that hype where the 2021 is going to be new and improved. And
Has it been?
nope.
Nope.
People are still dumb.
What about you guys? What about you guys out there?
Okay, yes, we'll talk about you guys. Why make it about me? Who am I? I'm just
No,
a guy.
I'm like really curious. Like, has anyone's year gotten better?
I think they thought that we were going to not come back.
Oh, so now we just ruined 2021.
Yeah, because remember, we had to take that break. Because we
Yeah.
were like, you know what?
Yes. We were like sanitizing everything.
Yes, we were. And we were just like, hey, let's just hold off until 2021.
Yeah.
And we were like, all of y'all, 2021, new me, new year, no pandemic, no anything.
Oh, we were wrong.
Yeah. We thought Christmas was going to come a week later than Christmas was. But no, we got this, 2021.
Yep. Yeah, sorry.
And so much stuff going on.
So much.
And I came across these stories and I had to send them to you. I was like, Elise, we have to go talk about these now.
Yeah, yeah. And they are important stories. And you guys are going to be like, what?
Yeah, 1 is a crazy story. And then 2 is just a story that will make you feel good. And it's I think it's a good mix to have
Yes.
in our show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think that, it's always good to stay informed about what's going on in the world. So we're here to do that. We're here to tell you what's going on.
Not just parental wise. We don't want to tell you everything that's going on in the world.
Yeah,
we don't want to get in that
leave
conversation.
We'll leave out like every other subject going on right now.
That's right. And we'll just talk about parenting.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Yeah. Speaking of which.
this story we have that we came across. So,
Let's see. What's the title?
dad arrested for breaking curfew to buy formula for newborn.
Blech.
So he got arrested for curfew.
Yeah, I know. And like the reason why I just like threw up pretendedly is because seriously? For breaking curfew to get your baby food?
That's the
what
world.
has this world come to?
Well, that's what happens. That's your 2021 world.
I know.
So,
I'm over it, people.
I mean, serious. Oh, wait. We haven't told them the good part.
Oh, okay. You.
He was arrested 550 yards away from his house on the way back from the store. So he already got the formula. He was only 550 yards from his front door.
Yep.
But guess what? This was in the middle of the night, and so mom had to grab the newborn and go outside in the January cold. I don't care where you're at. In January, it's probably too cold in the middle of the night to take your newborn.
Yeah, and this was in New York, so it definitely was.
I forgot about that. Yes. So frigid, freezing, 550 yards the mom had to walk
With her
the newborn.
baby.
to go get the formula and the keys, and they took him to jail. Man, they wouldn't even let him drop off the formula and keys to her before he went to jail.
This is just insane. Like, I feel like, I mean, I'm sure you guys feel this way too, but like, I feel like I've stepped into the Twilight Zone. So how is it that, Josh, if you want to pull up that first one. Okay. So, according to a local Facebook group in his South African town, the baby was born on January 6th and went home with mom the following day. Now, even though he was South African, he was in New York. The baby reportedly was struggling to breastfeed, so the father rushed out to buy formula. Moms, we have all struggled with this. I'm sure of it. So, we've all been in this situation, right? Police officers stopped him about 550 yards from his home and arrested him for breaking the curfew. They did not allow him to go home to drop off the formula before they took him to jail.
Unbelievable.
To jail.
So the mother had to take her newborn, as I said, and walk to the scene in the middle of the night to get the formula and car keys. The father was released later in the day, and an investigation into the incident has been launched. The new father, who was not identified, was due back in court next week.
Like, why didn't they just drop it? I mean, obviously this father is out being a good father and going and getting his baby food that he needs, and he gets freaking arrested. Like, why didn't they just say, oh, okay, like, we get it. Like, I understand your baby needs food. Like, let's just get you home to your wife and kid.
Well, even if it was a douchebag cop, they would at least still wrote you up for it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
they wouldn't have hauled you down to jail.
Right. And even making the mom, like, why does the mom have to walk there with the baby? Why couldn't the police officer call in back up and say, hey, can you go drop this off to this woman and her baby in the house? Like, all of this that happened, I just feel like is absolutely insane.
This is for every lawmaker, for every cop out there who has kids.
Yeah.
Formula is essential.
Essential.
For all
Josh.
you cops and lawmakers and judges who have kids, you know what I'm talking about. Formula is essential.
Yes, it is.
You know what I mean?
Mike knows. This is very, very close to his heart right now.
Yes, it is.
Josh, can you pull up the next slide? So I thought this was funny. Oh, wait, no, this isn't the one. Okay, so under the emergency executive order issued by Mayor Bill de Blasio on Tuesday, anyone not performing or traveling to or from essential work will be required to be inside every night from 8 p.m. until 5 a.m. The curfew is 3 hours earlier than the 11 p.m. deadline set on June 1st. Can we show the next one, too? So this is what I thought was hilarious. This is November 11th, so this isn't that far away.
Man, it's only like 3 months ago.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was
That's
kind
good.
of, right? But Cuomo today announced new COVID-19 restrictions on bars, restaurants, gyms, and residential gatherings in New York State, effective Friday at 10 p.m. Bars, restaurants, and gyms or fitness centers, as well as any state liquor authority licensed establishments, will be required to close from 10 to 5. So, you're saying that restaurants and alcohol can stay open till 10 p.m. with most likely some drunk drivers driving home. That's okay. But a father breaking curfew at 8, because, right, the regular curfew was 8 o'clock, is getting arrested for buying formula for his newborn baby. How does that make sense?
I don't get it because... Honestly, in the middle of the night, a father going to get formula for the newborn baby, that's punishment enough.
Yeah, it is.
Because
it's not like they want
there's
to get
a
out of
reason
bed.
why dad finally decided, oh my God, I got to go get formula. And it's the middle of the night.
Yeah.
The baby is screaming at him. And, his wife just had a baby, so you can't send her out. You know what I mean? You can't, well, you shouldn't just send her out anyways. But
No. Wait,
But yeah.
do we know what time this was?
they said in the middle of the night.
Okay, so
that's
it's
what the
not
article
okay.
says.
So that may not have been really relevant, but still, it's like, what if it was between 8 and 10 that the dad had to go out and get formula? He would still have been arrested because he broke curfew. Yet people are still able to go to restaurants and eat and drink, and that's okay.
Well, see, what they have to do nowadays, you have to elaborate on those executive orders now, guys, because
Right. You do. There's too
this
many
is
circumstances.
obviously a misunderstanding, and yeah, it's just. I mean, shouldn't it be called like essential reasons or something like that?
I think there
Like,
should definitely be essential reasons. If there's essential workers, there should be essential reasons to be out at night.
And you know what? For the guy's sake, probably did him a favor by taking him to jail. Not going to lie. Because he had to deal with mom and baby not having any sleep, yelling and screaming and crying.
Oh, wow.
Hey, a couple hours of solitary.
Kristen,
Gotta
what
get
do
his
you
mind
think
right.
about that? What
Gotta
do
get
you
his
think
mind
about-
right.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I guarantee. Let me tell you how the story went real quick before we get into our next story.
All right.
The story went like this. Baby wakes up. Baby's not breastfeeding. Mom and dad get in an argument. Mom says, you better get your beep to the store and get some formula because she has to eat. The baby has to eat. We won't say he or she. But that's what happened. So that's
I bet
why.
the dad even used the excuse of, it's past curfew, I can't. And the mom was probably like, get your... That's how I would be.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I told the story I did.
Yep.
Because all you women are.
What?
But that's what happened. So, that's probably why the dude didn't sue anybody, because he was like, you guys did me a favor, man. But it was wrong, but you did me a favor.
Oh, man.
Because, yeah.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Good. Yeah. That is wonderful.
Yeah.
But we have to follow up and see whether he actually got charged with curfew.
Yeah.
But, come on. I don't think anybody in their right mind is going to charge the man for going to get formula in the middle of the night, right? But then again,
Who knows now?
this is our world these days. All right, what we got next?
Okay, so it's a sad story, but it's also, it also reminds us what to be looking out for, right, as citizens.
And as I told you, to make you feel good at the end.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. So this story is...
about a man named Jim. No, just sorry. I got off topic.
No, go ahead.
No, I've been taking things people are saying and turning them into songs for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know.
That's
if it's-
okay. I'm
'cause
fine with that. It's
yeah.
entertaining.
The baby doesn't have enough formula at home. She just cries and cries all day.
So this story is about a waitress in Orlando, Florida, that noticed something weird at a restaurant that she worked at, and she helped a boy that was being abused. And Josh, if you want to pull up the first slide. This is what the woman actually handed the little boy. So let's give you a backstory of what was going on.
All right. We're rewinding.
Thank you. That was very helpful. Okay. A quick thinking Orlando waitress is being hailed a hero after helping a boy escape from a possibly abusive home. I wouldn't say it's possibly abusive.
Well, you haven't told the story yet. So
Okay.
it would,
Okay.
you know.
Can you rewind that again?
Okay. All right, ready, go.
During a news conference on Thursday, Flavane Carvalho, yes, this woman right here, said she was working on her day off, guys. This was not even a day where she was supposed to be there. It was a day off at Mrs. Potato Restaurant on South Kirkman Road in New York on New Year's Day, when she noticed one of her tables, everyone had gotten food except for an 11-year-old boy. Okay? So automatically that looks weird, right? Like,
Yeah.
I know as a parent, like there have been times when my kids have eaten or something like at a friend's house when we go out to dinner and they don't want anything. And so we get, we'll get food and they'll get like a snack or something. But I think you would tell like by like how the people are acting at the dinner table, right?
Yeah.
Like if it's a weird thing or not. She said when she asked if something was wrong with the food, the stepfather, Timothy Wilson II. Josh, if you want to
Give them their
pull
social
up
security
that.
number.
This is the stepfather, okay? And this is the mother of the boy. Told her the boy was going to eat dinner at home later. That's when she said she noticed bruises on his arms. So this is like a red flag for me. I mean, we all will go to dinner sometimes if restaurants are open or go somewhere, and like you'll notice things, like especially as parents. I don't know, I feel like as parents you kind of have like
That intuition.
the intuition, like something's not right in this
Absolutely.
environment or with this family. But she noticed that not only was he not getting food, but he also had bruises on his face and his arms. So this is definitely a reminder for all of us to keep a lookout for this kind of stuff. I could see he had a big scratch between his eyebrows, Carvalho said. A couple of minutes later, I saw a bruise on the side of his eye, so I felt there was something really wrong. Carvalho said she thought to herself that she needed to do something. I could not see the boy going away without any help. She also has an 18-year-old daughter, so it sounds like she was on radar, like this doesn't seem right. So that's when she gave him the sign.
Yep.
And it looks like, so she gave it to him and it wrote, "Do you need help?" Okay. And stood behind his parents where they couldn't see. After several attempts, Carvalho said that he signaled yes. Police were immediately called, and the call from the incident was released. And this is what she said: "I'm super concerned and I don't know what to do. Can you give me some advice? What can I do?" Carvalho asked dispatchers. "The boy is with bruises and he's not eating." So I just, yeah. So do you want to kind of go over the rest? I don't know. Wilson was arrested. So the stepfather was arrested.
Yes, stepfather was arrested. 1 count of 3rd-degree child abuse. Wilson was arrested a second time on January 6th, just last week, and charged with multiple counts of aggravated child abuse and child neglect. Good.
Yeah.
They also interviewed the child's mother, Kristen Swan, who reportedly admitted to... so she knew about the abuse and failed to find her son help. So that's how she's involved. So stepdad was actually doing the beating. Mom knew about it. Mom didn't say nothing. And good for this young man who, he spoke up.
Yeah. That's brave.
That's very brave. And that's the thing. It only took for him to nod his head yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all it took.
And he needed somebody to care too, right? Because it's like I can only imagine children in those positions. And also, it's really easy. I found myself doing it just a minute ago. It's easy to be like, oh, that mom, why wouldn't she say anything? I don't know the details of if she was involved in the beatings or not, but sometimes we don't know what's going on at home. Maybe she's getting abused and she's scared to say something. So thank God for this woman that went out of her way. Who was supposed to be off? Yeah, she was supposed to be off that day and did something about it.
Yeah, that's. I almost want to. Yeah, I almost want to go down to Atlanta, Florida myself, get arrested so I can kick his ass. But that's just me. But the thing is that there are still this shows there are still people, very good people in the world.
Yeah,
because honestly, I mean, if you ask me, I would say 75% of the population would probably just turn the cheek. Right, 75%, 60%.
Have you ever had a situation like that?
No.
Where you've noticed something?
No, there were a couple times when I thought I did, but I didn't have enough to confront, the parents, because that's the biggest thing. If you were going to confront the parents or anything like that, you have got to have, all the evidence that you need, because to accuse a parent of abuse or anything of that nature is just, you better have your facts straight.
It's true. Yeah.
So. It took a lot of me to I couldn't do it because I didn't have enough.
Yeah. Well, that's true because, I mean, like, I know, especially with boys or active girls, like, my kids had bruises. They still do. I mean,
oh, yeah.
They have bruises all the time.
And that's the thing.
Like, on their knees and their arms, and they're active, so.
But you know what I love? Jackson goes to school with bruises all the time. But the thing is that his teachers ask us every time that he has something there.
That's good.
Because that makes me feel good because she knows Jackson. She notices Jackson.
Yes.
If there's something wrong with Jackson, she knows.
Yeah.
And then if it's just so much as like a small bruise, she knows.
Yeah.
And she contacts us, asks us about it. We don't have nothing to hide. So why would we get mad? A lot of people would get mad because the teacher's just like, or the parents are just like, why do you keep asking me about this? Yeah. He's a boy, blah, blah, blah. No, go ahead, ask me. I'm fine. Yeah, let me tell you what he did. Or if I don't know about it, then, I don't know about it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I have nothing to hide.
Right.
Because I would never. That's the thing. I would like it if people, would
Just
notice these things.
I think it's true.
It's like a parent intuition, but at the same time, you probably deal with the more difficult part of I'm not getting myself involved with that or this and that. And of course, that's everybody's thing. But us as parents, we got to look out for each other's kids. And, even to speak on this, even though the mom was wrong for not saying anything, very, very wrong, I'm pretty sure deep down she still loves the kid. You know what I mean? But
right.
if the waitress didn't notice anything different and the kid didn't nod his head, then there could be a possibility she wouldn't have a son right now.
Well, and that's what people are saying. We watched the video. And these people are saying in the conditions that they found, it looks like, so not only was the boy underweight for his age, but he endured torture. It was torture. Police describe abuse. He said ratchet straps were tied around his ankles and his neck, and he was hung upside down from a door. He said he was hit with a wooden broom and handcuffed and tied to a large moving dolly. He also said he didn't get to eat on a regular basis as punishment. He was forced to do planks for 30 minutes at a time on no food. I mean, that alone, that's hard as it is, but a child that's being starved. I mean, this is just, and I don't want to go too deep into it because it's heavy, but at the same time, these police officers are saying if that woman, she was like an angel. If she hadn't been at work that day on her off day, this child could have died, literally.
Absolutely.
They could have found him dead. And so, I mean, like I said, this stuff.
Yeah, hopefully the child, with the child being young right now, of course he'll never forget it, but hopefully, this passes and he gets an opportunity to have, a new life and stuff.
Yes.
But unfortunately, there are kids who go through this who, at the same age, don't end up getting a second chance. So,
right.
This is, as much as this is a very sad story and stuff like that, obviously it comes out, very good stories.
Yeah,
So,
hopefully he has some rehabilitation and someone to help with his trauma, because obviously he's gone through a lot of it. It just reminds us as people, as adults, to look out for that stuff. And like Mike said, sometimes it's not the right time to get involved, but I think we all have intuition to know when the right time is and to take the right steps. So I think, if you think about it, if this woman had gone out of her way and been confronted the parents about it, they probably would have left the restaurant, right? They probably would have.
She was actually very smart about it.
Yeah, they probably would have gotten out of there. Nothing would have been done. She would have just voiced her opinion and nothing would have happened from it. But luckily she was smart about it. And so I think we should just all take that as, a reminder just to be smart about our, things going around us.
Yeah.
I didn't say that right. Things happening around us, and notice the things that are not seeming normal, especially with children who can't speak for themselves.
Yeah. And remember,
so important.
I'm not a statistician or nothing like that, but I can almost guarantee about 90% of the kids that actually get asked, they lie about it. You know what I mean? So, is there anything wrong? Do you need help? And they would say no, just automatically, because they'd be scared that something would happen to them. But it's just one of those situations where she was a blessing, he was a blessing, and the situation fixed itself.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, let us know in the comments if you guys have ever had a situation like that happen. If you've ever had to step in and help a child. If you have any advice on what to do, please let us know in the comments below. Remember to visit our socials on Facebook, on Instagram, and to subscribe and ring that bell so you can be notified the next time we're on. And thank you so much for joining us today, and we hope you guys have a great week.
Yeah.